Let's switch gears here. The FAA is targeting a particular group of applicants to fill vacant positions: video game players. In a statement released on Friday, the FAA launched its new recruitment campaign. It's aimed at reaching the next generation of air traffic controllers. The announcement comes as the FAA faces a dangerous staffing shortage. NewsNation's Marcus Espinoza is here with us. Marcus, good morning. It's always good to see you, my friend. Busy start at the airport. I'm hearing and seeing all the activity behind you. Talk to me about the type of outreach FAA is doing to attract these new controllers.
Hey, Hena, good morning. Yeah, a creative campaign coming from the FAA here as the Transportation Secretary has launched a new hiring campaign to try to bring in thousands of air traffic controllers. But the audience that he's targeting is one that you might not have guessed before: people who are good at video games. And of course, anybody else who is interested in becoming an air traffic controller. He announced that this is going to open up on April 17th to about 8,000 maximum applicant threshold. So about 8,000 people can apply there. The agency currently has 11,000 ATCs protecting airspace right now, another 4,000 in training, with about 1,200 new hires onboarded this fiscal year so far. However, we have not forgotten about the tragic fatal crash that killed 2 pilots at LaGuardia Airport less than a month ago. That involved an air traffic controller initially giving permission for a fire truck to cross a runway and then immediately reversing that order to no avail. The FAA has not issued a cause of that crash, and a preliminary report is expected within the next week or so. When it comes to the hiring, though, Duffy released a statement, the Transportation Secretary, and said, in light of all the challenges facing the industry, he said that times have changed, and that requires the agency to recruit differently now. And that includes a focus on skilled gamers, many of whom often have high levels of multitasking ability, spatial awareness, and rapid decision-making abilities as well. So if you happen to stay up all night playing video games and then turned on the news to watch us, first of all, very cultured of you. Second of all, you could have been training for a career in aviation without even knowing it, Hena.
I really do love this. Who knew gaming could be this lucrative? And what I mean by that is in so many different fields. Yeah. What skills are required for these applicants, Marcus?
You know, here's the cool thing about it, too. It's a relatively low entry point, so you do not need a college degree. However, you need to be younger than 31 years of age, and you have to be a U.S. citizen and speak English fluently. So if you're able to cross off all those boxes there, and again, no college degree required for this, you can begin that career as an air traffic controller. It is a long process. It takes years to train an air traffic controller. And on a serious note, as I mentioned with LaGuardia and that air traffic controller involved in that incident, though we don't have any ruling there, I want to be clear, it is very much a serious job and a career that is, a lot of people see as a long-term view. There's a lot of training, so there's a unique focus on getting people who can multitask and handle that sort of job, Hena.
Yeah, you make a good point. This is an important job. Marcus Espinoza live at Newark Airport for us this morning. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.